great to meet you. My name is Molly Cousins. The students call me Miss Molly, and I am the national champion in impromptu speaking. I also placed third in parliamentary debate. Yes, I have a master's degree from the University of Southern California in intercultural communication with an East Asia focus. So I've always been interested in China. Also, I've been interested in public speaking for a long time. As you know, I was a competitor for 6 years, and I competed nationwide in the United States. After my education at the University of Southern California, I taught for a few years at the #1 program in the United States for communication, which is at the University of Kansas. Then I got another master's degree in library science, started working in public libraries where I helped the public do research. I was a teen librarian, and then I became a librarian at an archive where I did research on East Asia, politics and religious engagement and humanitarian work. So those were really fun experiences. Throughout all of that time, I was coaching debate on the side. So I've coached for over 20 years now. Usually I coach at college prep schools, which get students into the Tournament of Champions, and then those students have gone on to colleges such as Harvard, Yale, Dartmouth, Princeton. I also coached my own team that I graduated from in high school. That's where I got my start. And then I am the lead instructor at the University of California, Berkeley for their Summer Debate Institute. What they can expect to achieve as far as growth coming out of book club is a deeper ability to analyze texts. It's called a close reading. When you look into these books and you study the literature very particularly so that you understand the deeper meaning that the author had in mind. It tends to be a lot more philosophical. You understand things like a scholar would understand things. I also wanted to help students learn English effortlessly. When you try to learn English and you have to force yourself through discipline, that is one method. But when you are excited about reading a book, it comes naturally. You get excited to jump in. You want to learn that word because you're so engaged with the story. And an extra layer is when you add in the ability to discuss that story with your friends. So you're reading and you're thinking and you're writing and you're speaking this language because you want to do it, not because you have to do it. And that intrinsic motivation is, I feel, the best way for students to learn. So there are 2 books that we're going to be reading. We're going to be reading Owls in the Family and Because of Winn-Dixie. And both of those books are about our relationships with animals, building friendships with them, and also building friendships with the people around us. In China, I've noticed a lot of people have dogs, and there's a big interest in nature. And so those are 2 of my big interests as well. So I wanted to talk to students about those. I would just say my first impressions of Shanghai is that it is so welcoming, a very colorful city, a very cinematic city with so many things going on, and you just feel like anything's possible. And everything was so accessible, everybody was so helpful and friendly, especially because I know that Chinese students are very hardworking, they're very knowledgeable, and they work together well as teams. So I thought that these would be great students to teach.